name is Gada Redwan. Welcome to my portfolio presentation. During the semester, I've been able to develop in 4 major areas of the Quest 2 program. The first area was child-focused. I helped the students as they worked individually on their assignments that helped them further their education. The first thing was an assessment tool I created. It allowed students to keep track of what they knew and what they needed help on. It was something the students were to fill out as the class period progressed, and it was also something the students could control, and it helped them with their struggles. The second thing was a grid lesson. It was a worksheet that had students work with points on a grid. It helped them become well aware of the vocabulary that goes with it and the understanding of where certain points went. The second area was technology focused. I created many things using the sources provided on the internet. First thing was a digital story created on Animoto. It was about tessellations and the properties of some of them. It gave examples of which shapes could work and which couldn't. The way it ended, though, kept the students trying to guess the other shapes that could be used to create a tessellation. The second assignment was a jumping off page to reference a website. I used a common website that had a game students could benefit from if they played. Then I wrote out the steps that should be taken and combined it all in a Google Sites page. The third area was content focused, and since I was working with middle school students, my content was focused on math. The first lesson I created was one about two-step equations. I started with a warm-up that the students had to work backwards in order to figure out the correct equation. After they finished their warm-ups, they had specific two-step equations they had to figure out the answer to so they could be able to put the puzzle together correctly. They were given 4 puzzle pieces and had to place them in the correct places as they matched each equation to its answer. The second lesson was about the Pythagorean theorem. In order to make it interesting to the students, I decided to put together a little bingo game. There was a PowerPoint of problems for them to work out, and as they got an answer, they had to mark it off their bingo board to see who could get bingo first. They enjoyed this lesson, and many students forgot the fact that they were actually doing math and thought they were just playing a game. And lastly, it was teaching focused. We worked in our methods courses with our peers and professors to help each other get the correct sources needed to become successful teachers. We talked and discussed about the strengths and weaknesses that we were all facing and how we could improve. We also met on our middle school site for our PLC meetings. There were interesting topics that were brought up during the meetings that I would never have thought of on my own. We also helped each other keep track of assignments and due dates that were fast approaching.